This is a mysterious childhood experience. I've decided to finally let go of a painful memory that has been weighing on my chest for a long time. Children can be cruel, often teasing or bullying those who don't fit the societal norms in even the slightest way. Chubby kids, unkempt kids, exceptionally smart or struggling. Students, disabled individuals, and the elderly. Regrettably, we targeted a peculiar, reclusive old man in our childlike minds, living in a shabby hut near our school. To make matters worse, we gave this old man the name Frankenstein Grandpa, and would mock him loudly whenever we saw him. We deliberately provoked him, throwing things to anger him, and even dared each other to have him chase us, as if it were some kind of thrill. Then one day, we spotted the old man, walking away from his shack in the opposite direction of the schoolyard. Seizing the opportunity, we decided to sneak into Frankenstein Grandpa's house. His shack resembled an old barn attached to a farmhouse, with no windows. I had peeked inside a few times when the door was open, and all I could see was a room lit by a single umbrella-covered light bulb, casting a dim orange glow. The room was cluttered with dusty and inexplicable junk, and there were bits and pieces of trash scattered about, in what appeared to be a living area presumably. In modern terms, you could liken it to an occasional haunted spa, or an abandoned room. There was only one entrance to the shack, and the backside was surrounded by a cliff that looked like it had been carved by the mountain. Alright, I'm going in. The most daring among us, I proclaimed. It was clear that Frankenstein Grandpa was not around, and it seemed he wouldn't be returning anytime soon. This was our chance to become little heroes. When we slid open the weathered wooden door, it was dim inside, and of course, there was no sign of anyone. As we watched, I stepping further inside, we felt a mischievous dirge bubbling up. Suddenly, we closed the door tightly from both sides. Yurei! I let out a tremendous scream as he was suddenly trapped inside. He's here! He's here! Help! Help! Ha ha ha! He's such a fool! What's he so scared of? We burst into laughter at I's cries for help. Although the shack was supposed to be empty, it was filled with an unusual amount of commotion. Suspicion crept in, and we finally let go of the hands holding the door. PNG! I burst out of the open door, and he sprinted away without looking back. Without understanding what had just happened, we followed him, shouting and screaming in turn. We finally caught up with I in a nearby vacant lot, where he was a sobbing mess with tears and snot all over him. He was trembling uncontrollably. After we managed to calm him down, he told us that the moment the door slammed shut, Frankenstein Grandpa had slowly emerged from the back. He was muttering something, I can't remember what, but he said it was really creepy, and he was approaching us with a strange, slow gait. He raised his hand toward us, and just as he was about to touch us, the door swung open. It was all very bizarre. From the time we saw that old man near the schoolyard to the moment we arrived at the shack, only 2 or 3 meters had passed. This seemed impossible, as we could reach the shack faster than any adult could return, even if they were running at full speed. Strangely, this was also the last time we ever saw that old man. We never knew why he disappeared, whether he passed away, or if he was still alive. After that incident, I became a much quieter person, unable to recall exactly what had happened to him. He would often say, I feel like I'm about to remember something, but his tragic death in a truck accident that autumn left us in complete darkness regarding what he had seen and heard.